So when that unemployed worker loses, well, the employed worker loses his or her job, goes, knocks on the door of the one-stop system and says, I need a job. So the system is engaged by that person at that point in time. So we have empathy for that person, right? That could be a young mother with kids who needs work desperately because things are really, really hard in the family. And we ask that person, well, what have you been doing? What do you want to do? And I would just challenge all of us that might be the way to start, but I don't think that's what should define our system. Because in the long run, the economy is changing, companies are changing, disruption is everywhere, and I'll talk a little bit about some of the forces that are making that happen. But the best thing we can say to that person, in my opinion, is, well, let me tell you what are the jobs in demand. Let's talk about the skills that are needed to get those jobs, and let's see where you are and meet that person where they are in order to get those skills. But as a system, that's a very complex scene right there. Because what are the jobs in demand in that community? So, we have labor data. We have companies, I would argue, are scrambling every day with their business model of how they're going to be in business in a year from now, 2 years from now, because of all the disruption out there. And the only thing that they really can save these companies or help these companies grow and thrive and survive are the skills of their workers. So we have to partner with businesses, and that's what's special about today, because the workforce system, and believe me, I've talked to thousands of people in the 8 or so years I've been chair of the State Employment and Training Commission about why don't you value the workforce system? Why is it that you really do not go to the one-stops, to the local WIBs for help in filling your jobs? And employer after employer after employer will tell you, well, we don't view that we can get our needs met there, because it really is more of a social system, a welfare system, as opposed to an economic system. So the case I would like to make is the case for why employers, businesses in this state, in this room, really have something at stake in creating partnerships with the workforce system, including colleges and community colleges and VOTEC schools, the entire system that gives our folks the skills they need to survive.